Hi, I'm James, also known as Sir James Arthur, and I never listen to the cum-themed podcast, None Taken.
The following program contains material that is just too cute. Viewer discretion is advised.
That's why he has a point. I mean, our newest addition to the merch tab is our cum towels. Alan has a point. You can use them as golf towels. I think
you can use them as golf towels, totally. Yeah.
But
it could be / cum towel, golf towel.
By
the way, hi all the Bob Seska fans joining us for the first time.
Jesus, Alan. Well, you know, he's a radio guy.
Of
Shock
course.
jocks.
He understands.
Yeah.
He gets it.
Dude, we had a lot of people that had like nostalgic memories from his story of messing with
Liddy?
With Liddy, yeah.
That was hilarious.
So apparently, like, Liddy would get mad about how long Don and Mike's intro was, the comedy cavalcade, and like just the noises, I guess. And so every time he'd complain, Don and Mike would just like extend the time,
make it longer.
Yeah, because they basically did on the local broadcast what me and you do with our hidden track.
Right.
So before the episode that me and you would hear syndicated, like in Sacramento,
they would do a local. Yeah,
they would have a local show that was like our hidden track. And Taylor was telling me that. He was like, yeah, I would love, he's like, I love your hidden track because it reminds me of Don.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I love that too.
That's fantastic.
I'm drinking some delicious Coors Buckskin.
Banquet of beers.
It is. Yes. Banquet beer. Does it feel like it's been a little quiet today, like on the news front? Like
disturbingly quiet a little bit,
disturbingly
right?
quiet. Yeah,
Yeah.
I took a nap on my lunch because I needed to, because I was up until 1 posting the show. I was like, you know what? I got 30 minutes. I can close my fucking eye holes.
Nice.
And I woke up and I was like, I don't feel like I need to double check. Like, and then I double checked. I was like, okay, everything's still crazy. But
I mean, there's things happen, but nothing significant, really.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. A little too quiet.
Yeah, a little bit.
So then I went and looked, and apparently there's reports that they're considering an operation against Cuba. Working on that. I'm assuming that's not in your headlines, right?
That is not in my headlines.
Yeah.
God damn it.
There's really only 6 days. I mean, by the time some people hear this, it's like 4 days left in the ceasefire. And they're just like, oh, the dogs are not going to like me whistling. And then I saw another thing where I think we got to the bottom of why. So remember how like stupid it was that Donald Trump said he thought he looked like a doctor in that picture?
Yes, I do.
Being Jeebus, touching Jeffrey Epstein's head.
Right. Yes, I recall this.
So somebody who had like some inside information and then connecting a few things that they saw on comment sections from like Troth Central comments. So like,
men of culture over there, I imagine.
Yeah, right. But it was like, it's like Kaylee, no, what's her name? I always want to say Kaylee McEnany. Who's the lady now? Who's the current Kaylee McEnany?
Levitt.
Carolyn Levitt. Carolyn Levitt was like responding in the Troth Central post. But let me get to that one second, okay? So let me back up a little bit. Many people are saying, to borrow a phrase, that when, you know how Trump keeps saying we had a little incursion a little excursion. See,
into
I can't
Venezuela?
even say it. Into he said the Dow hit 50,000. They thought that the Dow wouldn't hit 50,000 until my 4th year, but I did in the first year. So because everything was going so well, we had a little excursion into Iran. And he said this, like he's made this argument. He said, I thought it was worth risking the economy because things were going so well and ahead of schedule. That's his excuse. I mean, he hasn't said it that way, but that's what he's saying. Is. Yeah. He's saying the Dow's at 50,000, so we had a little excursion into Iran. Do you know that they tried to train him in his presidential daily briefings to say it's an incursion,
not excursion?
Keeps calling it an excursion.
I did not know this.
Okay, so knowing that, what if I told you that there is a comment of Carolyn Levitt on Troth Central saying that it was clearly a doctored image of Trump as Jesus?
Not an image
of him as a doctor. And he's just got fucking brainworms, and they need a 25th Amendment him. And yeah.
Wow.
It all makes sense now.
It
right?
all
'Cause
makes
he doesn't
perfect
look
sense.
like a doctor. Like
No,
it's
he does
crazy to think. And what's funny is both these versions he's incompetent, but this one at least makes more sense. Like him saying it's a doctor, right? Like
Right.
I thought I looked like a doctor. He's just like, I don't
This
know,
is the
what's
same
word I'm
as like
supposed to say?
the asylum people, the insane people, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
It's exactly like that. Yes, they
Yes.
come from asylums. Yeah,
Right.
they're asylum seekers. They're looking for asylums here. They didn't like they let him out of the asylums there. They
Right.
want him in asylums here.
Yeah. Conflating of words. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense,
anyways,
actually.
It does,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. I don't know why it makes me feel more comfortable about it. It shouldn't.
No,
It's,
it still
it's worse.
sucks. It's still
I think it's
terrible.
worse. I think it's
It
worse.
might be worse. It might actually be worse. Yes.
I guess it makes me think that there's some hope that somebody's going to be like, okay, like everybody inside the circle is like he's like
Losing
he's
it.
really he's losing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna hold my breath on any of that. Speaking of good presidents, here's a woman who's trying to name as many presidents as she can. I think is the premise. She gets to 3, and I think the third one, coincidentally, is number 3. I won't spoil this any further.
How many U.S. states and presidents can you name? I don't know. Roosevelt, Lincoln, Dale Earnhardt.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Y'all let me in this damn house.
Welcome to the Friday Headlines free edition of None Taken, episode number 563. I'm your host, Cred, coming to you from Nashville, Tennessee. Right over there is my good buddy, Alan. We're going to read some fucking headlines at you. I can curse here because you can't stop me, FCC. But first, it's Friday, so we got something special we do on Fridays.
So, another Friday is upon us. What'll you be doing, Smithers? Something gay, no
I feel
doubt.
bad about cussing.
What? You know, lighthearted, fancy-free. Mothers, lock up your daughters. Smithers is on the town.
Exactly, sir.
Exactly, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, theys and gays, welcome to, like I said, free episode number 563 of Nom Steakums. Don't forget, every show we do comes with a nice little bonus show for the people that keep the show going, the Patreons, the zebra heads over in the Patreon. Head on over to nonetaken.horse.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real website. Trust me. Try it out yourself. Don't believe me. Just watch. Go to nonetaken.horse and let's take you on a journey of what happens when you go to nonetaken.horse. So you can click right here and join the Patreon. And that's where you can, for the low price of $3 a month, you can join the Patreon and get full access to our bonus shows where we do, we just did like an hour and 20 minutes, something like that. Talked about a lot of stuff. Talked about more Iran talk than we're going to get to here. Comedy, politics, current events, what you like about None Taken. A little bit more on the silly side there because nobody's watching except for the people that really like us. And, and they show us. You can start at $3 a month. You can join at any level that you want. You get the same access no matter what. We don't care. We want you to join at a price that's comfortable for you. A lot of pieces of people are like, you at this level, you get this, that, just whatever. Just freaking. I don't even want to have a Patreon, okay? But like we need to have a place where we have the things that are our extra things. So thank you for doing that, and thank you for being able to keep Alan's squirrel wheel powered internet working in the middle of bumfuck Washington. You don't think about bumfuck Washington. You think of bumfuck Indiana.
No, it's
Bumfuck
Timbertown, Washington.
Timbertown, Washington. What did I say? Yeah. And why would I say bumfuck? I think you can get fucked in the bum anywhere, really.
That's
probably
true.
more likely in Seattle, from what I've heard. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have anecdotal evidence, or
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah, I regret saying that. Yeah. It almost sounded like a homophobic slur, didn't it? Actually, straight people have sex in the butt, Alan.
It's true.
A lot of people don't know that. Oh no. But you know what? Also, people on the streets also do.
Also, yep. A lot of people, all walks of life do that.
Yeah.
It's a very common thing. Yeah.
Suck dick, sell drugs, get fucked in my ass.
This is a way to start a podcast for not even 10 minutes in. So head on over to nonetaken.horse and join the merch section there. On the merch section, We have, as we've talked about, Alan's edging service, the long sleeve, short sleeve shirts. It's a pocket tee. We like that one. It's good for yard work.
Yeah.
That's
Put your cigarettes in there,
I can't. That's my favorite. I got all pocket shirts when I go to Europe for my cigarette smoking Europe trip.
Yeah.
We say cunt in this house mugs. We've got our can koozies. As mentioned on the last episode, we got 2 versions of cum towels. We've got
cum towel / golf towel. You can use it for both. Dual purpose.
It, Alan. But we have new items here on the Not Taken Pod. Do you see anything here? Huh?
Let's see. I wasn't zoomed in.
So I've got 2 bumper stickers that they don't have next to each other. So we have one bumper sticker that is
Jesus.
What is it, Alan?
Please don't honk at me. My dad is dead. Okay. There's not even a logo on it. There should be our logo.
Nope. Yeah. Well, whatever.
Okay.
And then just in case,
Please,
we gotta be
also the
inclusive.
mom edition. Yeah. Please don't honk at me. My mom is dead.
Why would we spoil that with None Taken on it? People would say, "Where'd you get that?" You could say, "Nonetaken.horse." It's a real website. It's a miracle anybody knows about this show. There's also regular shirts. This one's just a normal shirt with a zebra dick on it.
Everything computer. We got an everything computer shirt.
Oh yeah, we have everything is computer. And we have a rocks glass with engraved. You can do both an engraved rocks glass or a printed on rocks glass. Both of those are dishwasher safe. There's other things you can find at nonetaken.com, Alan. I think nope, nonetaken.horse.
Nonetaken.horse.
I don't want to confuse the audience.
Yeah, everything you need, all your None Taken needs are at nonetaken.horse.
What if you want to have cock photography?
You know what? If you back up and scroll to the bottom, I figured out how to edit our website again.
It still fucking says Space Potato. I don't care. Nobody goes to here to
refresh it.
What do you think? I just loaded the page. Wait,
That's
hold on.
so
Maybe
weird.
this is an old page.
Yeah. See,
that was
you have
all
to
it was.
refresh it. Yeah.
Some people noticed that image looked suspiciously like Natasha.
Yes, I saw. I think Jeff posted that somewhere. Look at the bottom. Look at the bottom.
It's me all.
There's new things.
I'm getting horned up about my wife, Alan.
Good for you. Good for you. Don't forget, support the people that support us.
Oh.
Slickestdigital.com for all your SEO and marketing needs. Slickestdigital.com and JeffHancockphotography.com for all your
It makes more sense when you see it.
photographic needs. Yes, I was able to add that. And if you click on that, it'll go to his link tree.
What did you notice? He has the bigger logo.
Oh, I did. I didn't do that intentionally. See, you go to his link tree, get all his stuff.
This is cool.
All his
oh
stuff.
Man, that is cool. Look at that picture of that jet. Oh
Pretty
man,
cool.
that's so cool.
Pretty
check
cool.
out his Instagram. He's got a great Instagram, Jeff Hancock Photography.
He's been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
He's
a
pretty good at his
He
trade.
He took a bunch of good pictures of me and my wife at the at her stripping show.
Nice.
And Alan's gonna do Natasha's gonna do a stripping show. I guess Patreon. If you're in the Patreon and you're in Nashville, go watch my wife get naked in downtown Nashville Thursday night at the Parlor Room.
Oh, that's a different venue that I'm used to.
A new venue, yeah. She got she is reliable, and when people cancel at the last minute, they know they can reach out to Natasha. She's got a bunch of routines under her belt. She's gonna pop in last minute, and it's gonna be a good show at the Parlor Room.
She's doing a guest spot, like a
guest spot
comedian. Yeah,
she's doing guest spot. Yeah,
that's cool.
Anyways, that is not what we came here for. We came here to talk about news and politics, comedy and politics, whatever it is. What do we do, Alan?
Today is a very serious show, regardless of the way it began. Let's get into some headlines, shall we?
Okay, let's do it.
Israel and Lebanon held their first direct talks in decades in Washington, D.C., with the U.S. mediating. Yes?
Yeah, did Hezbollah show up? Because they're not fighting the government of Lebanon.
Right, that's a problem.
Okay. So this is a bullshit headline. I'm sorry. I know it's the first one, and I'll let you do it. I can't sit here and act like, oh wow, 2 people that are at war with each other talked. Like, no.
No, but it is still the first time they've talked. Those 2 governments have talked.
Fine, fair, decades, fair. Yes, it's like 82, like
somewhere in there.
Less
yeah.
than that? Okay.
Discussions aimed at reaching a ceasefire and addressing Hezbollah's role in Lebanon. Obviously, like as you said, Hezbollah isn't there, and they're saying they're not going to abide by anything that comes from these talks. Israel has said, and the Lebanese government has said for quite some time that obviously, ideally. Because Hezbollah in the south of Lebanon is essentially a de facto Northern Israel is essentially de facto.
Hezbollah is the government in
de facto government, right?
Yeah.
They run all the services. The Lebanese government is very
Is that
weak.
weird how everybody that gets close to Israel is? Okay.
That's kind of weird, yeah.
Jordan's right there. Actually, I can't say that.
It's true. So Lebanese government has been very weak and not able to really take them out and actually be a government in that place, right? And so that's been the problem. And so the idea here is that maybe they could leverage something to make that happen. I just have a couple of notes here. At least 2,124 people have been killed in Israeli strikes in Lebanon.
Jesus. And this is like in the last month?
Yeah. The health ministry said, including hundreds of women and children, more than 1 million people are displaced. So, like I said, I think on the show yesterday, essentially Israel's goal is to like eliminate anybody in that space.
Dude,
and create
you had a really good rant on that. You're like, no, it's a parking lot. Like,
yeah, they're trying to make a DMZ essentially, like just to create a buffer, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, people lived there, right? Like, there were people, like, homes and villages and like businesses, and and so they're just bulldozing that shit, and all these people are getting displaced.
And the government of Israel is being led by people who can tell themselves it's okay to take actions like this because those people deserve it because they've been supporting Hezbollah.
Correct.
And if they didn't want to be treated like military combatants, they wouldn't have supported.
Which is the same argument they use against Gazans, right?
Yes,
because Hamas was voted in 20 years ago, right? With the same conversation we had with Adam Burke.
Is this not the situation they talk about with Lebanon having the Rafah plan, the Rafah strategy or whatever? Isn't that what they said, where they're going to just, treat it like Rafah?
Essentially, yes. Okay. Yeah, that is exactly. The deadliest day of the war took place last week when Israel launched 100 airstrikes across Lebanon, including
right before, last Wednesday, the day that we were recording.
Including when they hit Beirut, which is like not even in the southern Lebanon. So yeah, it's a shit show, and obviously this is causing problems for the Iran, U.S. Israel negotiations.
Yes. So Iran would love if we can keep fighting. Israel would love if we can keep fighting Iran for them.
Yes.
And all they have to do to make that happen is is a horrible nuisance, killing people, but even just like at any amount in Lebanon. So they can have a limited war even in Lebanon. And that would be enough to keep America fighting Iran based on the understood terms of the peace treaty.
And the reporting is that while the U.S. was informed that Israel was going to continue fighting in Lebanon, that it wasn't to be the scale that it was, and they were a bit upset about how hard Israel was going. They're like, no, you can do a little bit, just don't go that hard. But here we are. So these next two headlines are a little bit like, some of it we've talked about a little bit, but I did want to talk about what's going on with Iran. So we go ahead and hit number two.
Okay. President Trump said that talks with Iran could resume within the next 2 days. So we're recording this Wednesday night.
Right.
And I think he said this Tuesday night.
Yes.
Because I heard this morning. Then he said, then said today, so that was, I think, Wednesday, that he views his war as very close to being over. He said things like that. Or even if it isn't close to being over, we've won no matter what, right?
Right.
Now, on the subject of that, I have for you a video that I'm prepared to share of who's this? Scott Bessent, the Secretary of the Treasury, who they keep trotting out to talk about.
It's very bizarre.
The war, yeah. But he's talking about the Strait of what?
The U.S. kept their side on the ceasefire. We've stopped firing. The Straits of Vermouth have not been complete.
He was thinking about his 3 martini lunch is what was happening there.
The Straits of Vermouth have...
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a key ingredient in a Negroni, which I'm going to keep saying because I can't believe I can get away with saying it. I just
That's sweet vermouth, though, not dry
sweet
vermouth.
vermouth on the rocks with a twist on it.
Yeah, dry vermouth is what you put in the martini. See, those are different things.
Would you believe that I don't make my Negronis?
Oh, who does?
Natasha. She's just wonderful. Like,
you know what? She's a great bartender. I
have to earn it, but if I earn it, she's like,
so if you're a good boy,
if I'm a good boy, I get Negroni.
Does she tell you you're a good boy?
Not always that way.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really want to get into this more. Not quite in the way that you're saying it, and I don't. Yeah, no, I think I'll keep sharing too much.
I'm just letting you talk. I'm not going to interrupt this.
It's usually yard work related, or like, it's been a long day at work. I've worked a bunch of overtime. I made us a bunch of money. And I'm like, can you have a Negroni ready? And she's like, of course.
Yeah, because you're a
but
good
then
boy.
sometimes it's what you're saying. Yeah.
U.S. Central Command said the U.S. blockade of Iranian port traffic has been fully implemented, noting 6 merchant vessels complied with direction from U.S. forces to turn around.
Oh, including that Chinese. So remember yesterday we said, is there any update about that Chinese vessel? And we said we weren't sure yet.
Two sanctioned Chinese ships are reported to have passed through the strait. So they had a pass apparently, and they were able to get through. Because I think maybe they didn't.
Pass?
I think because maybe they didn't port in Iran, like, so they were just coming from somewhere else.
Oh yeah. There was something about, I think even the one that we were talking about, it ported in like the UAE.
Right.
I think.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
But also, did they say it was also like a false flagged operation? Like these Chinese ships were falsely flagged. That's on your radar, right?
That's on my radar.
Not just
I don't know what that. I wasn't able to run that down.
I don't know. Can I said hall pass, and it reminded me of something that I've been wanting to ask. Because do you ever have like just terms from your childhood that come back to you?
Sure.
So remember, words had different meaning when we were younger, Alan. But do you remember what they would call it if you got a slip by the hall monitor? If you were like late to class, what they would call the slip?
Oh.
Maybe they didn't do it for you, but at our school they called them tardy slips.
Oh yes.
You used to get tardy slips too?
Tardy slips, yeah.
Yeah.
wait, but that's not the R word tardy. That's just tardy.
What do you think it was short for?
Tardy just means you're late.
And what was that short for?
No, it's not short for that. It's a different word entirely.
No. Tardy is like slang for retard, meaning to like slow.
Oh, I thought tardy just meant late. I thought, because...
Well, I'm going to look this up. Tardy meaning delaying, yeah. And, Alan, it's
they're connected. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Don't they still... I think they still
While
call
late
them
is
that.
common in everyday conversation, tardy is often used in informal academic. Oh, yeah. 3 tardies equal 1 detention. Oh, yeah. 3 tardies do equal 1 detention.
I remember that.
But it says delayed, slow. I mean, this clearly comes from...
Okay. All right. It's clearly...
Yeah. Wait,
but
well,
that
I'll
word...
I'll ask the robot.
Like retardant, like fire retardant slows down the fire, right? Like that's a real... Okay. So that makes sense.
Did tardy come from retard? I'm saying it the right way.
Yes, you are.
Like an engine. No.
No. What?
It says no. Both words share it. Well, okay. TARDIS. Yeah, slower, slug. Okay, so it did.
TARDIS.
I'm sure. Tardy, this word entered English in the 15th century. Wow. And the R word. This word
Columbus could have been
also
sailing
is
the ocean
15th
blue.
century. Yeah, barely. 92.
Yeah, it still counts.
It's barely the 15th century. Okay, so the French connection. Modern French, they had the cocaine in the liner of the car, remember? It was under the floorboards.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's your favorite movie, chase movie.
No, it isn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess
Just the
it's mixed
chase.
up. Okay, yeah.
That's not my favorite movie. It's actually a pretty boring movie.
I think I've only seen it like once or twice.
You're picking your feet in Poughkeepsie?
What?
Yeah, see? That's the whole point, is it distracts people.
Okay. All right. You want to hit number 4?
The Popeye character says that. Yeah, sure. It's described as being, for example, if a train is late in France, it's described as being en retard. Oh, hopefully my train when I go from Amsterdam to Paris is not in retard. Yeah. Yeah.
You'll have to post that your train was not in retard.
It says right here, travelers often see the word retard on arrival boards in French-speaking countries. Wow.
That's grand.
It is, yeah. Now, are we okay? Have we broken any rules?
No, I don't
of
think so.
speech? I think we've been good boys, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you get a Negroni.
I think we're saying all the... Okay, number 4?
Yes.
The Impossible Missions Force, the IMF. This is from Mission Impossible. That's the company, the IMF.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
IMF updated the World Economic Outlook, cutting its 2026 global growth forecast to 3.1%, citing renewed tests from the war in Middle East. I hate the way these people talk. Oh, we're just being tested. Like, yeah, what you're testing is me and my patients. The IMF warned the world is drifting towards a more adverse scenario. What the fuck, man? Like
drifting, not like in Fast and Furious.
They need to speak with actual alarmist tones. Like, I would not mind it. Like, you need to wake people up and warn them. Well, it's drifting into an adverse scenario, and but there are renewed tests because of the war in the Middle East. Trump's war? You mean Trump's war in the Middle East? Like
that was a very good NPR voice you were doing there.
I thought I did a good job. It's the microphone. I think it's the microphone. Noting the report assumes limited conflict. So it could be worse.
We talked about this.
It doesn't get worse.
Right. We talked about this some in the hidden track. So go check that out there.
Join the page.
Essentially, the IMF, when they do these predictions, they have there's best case scenario, there's likely scenario, then there's worst case scenario. Right. So in their worst case scenario, which assumes an extended and deepening conflict and much higher oil prices that prompt major financial market dislocations and tighter financial conditions, it slashes global growth to 2%. This would mean a close call for a global recession. The IMF said, adding that growth has been below that level only 4 times since 1980. So in the last 46 years, only 4 times. The last 2 was 2009, which we all know that sucked.
Okay.
And 2020, COVID. So essentially, Trump's war, as you said, Trump's war of choice with Iran could drag the global economy into the worst we've seen since 2020 or 2009, which was a financial crisis. Yeah, this absolutely fucking sucks. And the thing is that their best case scenarios to me seems highly unlikely, and even their middle level one also seems unlikely. The knock-on effects we're going to see from this war are just going to compound and compound, and they're not going to be fixed overnight. If the straits reopen tomorrow, people
are still going to die from starvation because the farmers have been disincentivized from planting.
And we talked about that.
And
we talked about that too in the hidden track, and it's look, there's windows for planting, right?
And those are already closed. It's already happened. Yeah.
So
and then the next one's going to be fucked up by the El Nino.
Right.
So.
Unless you get a fucking time machine, you're fucked.
Dude, this is going to be so bad. This is going to be so bad, dude. It's
for what?
Take deep breaths. For what? Nothing changed. There was not a status change with Iran that justified taking this step. I mean, I can tell you for what, but I'm going to sound like a fucking anti-Semite. I'm an anti-BBite. I'm anti this fucking government of Israel, sitting as co-equals with our president in the fucking Situation Room and knowing that they got trained by Lindsey fucking Graham on how to groom him. Yep. And then they went and fucking did it. And he said, that sounds good. What was the phrase?
That sounds good to me. Yep.
And here we are.
Here we fucking are.
It's Trump's war. There's no other way to cut it. And that needs to be said more.
I agree 100%. We're saying it. It's Trump's fucking war. All right. The civil war in Sudan hit its 3-year anniversary today. I've been talking about this on the show since it started.
Yeah, I don't hear. I mean, honestly, I feel like I hear more about this show from you telling me on a Friday than It's also Wednesday.
Man, so I just have a few things from the article here. At least 59,000 people have been killed, and I would say that is a very conservative estimate.
Yeah.
At least 6,000 died over the 3 days that they rampaged through Darfur and Al Fasher, which we talked about on the show. I think it's probably more like 20,000 died there. But there's 11,000 people missing. The war has pushed parts of Sudan into famine. We also talked about this a little bit, in that connects to the previous headline, wherein in a place like this, where it's already on the brink of famine, then you introduce the lack of fertilizer and the lack of basic staples being able to be grown, like rice and wheat. Then a place like this, especially, there's no aid coming in, right? This can really push a lot of people over the brink.
If U.S. aid still existed, this would be the place where it would actually save lives right now, right?
Yeah. A number of people with severe acute malnutrition, which is the most dangerous and deadly kind, is expected to increase to 800,000. 800,000 people.
I mean, that's 1 million people.
Yeah, and that's probably, again, a conservative estimate that's only going to be made worse.
This is before the El Nino hits. Last time we had an El Nino, the places that saw the drought were, I know Africa's a big place. I don't know if this is where it was, but there were droughts in Africa.
Yes.
And so that's crop failure, right?
Yes.
So that's crop failure on top of no
water.
No water. And
It's a horrible situation, and you've got the UAE appears to be backing the RSF, although they say they're not, but it seems pretty clear that they are, and they're committing atrocities. No,
we're not involved with the UAE though, so I don't have to worry about that, right?
They're committing atrocities.
Are they the ones that gave us the airplane?
Qatar gave us.
Who gave? Okay.
Yeah, but they're committing atrocities, the sexual violence. Like, this stuff is really bad. It's very similar to the genocide that happened in Darfur previously. Right. It's pretty horrific, man, and it just nobody talks about it. So here we are.
Mean, and on the anniversary of it too. Like, was this headline from this morning or was this from yesterday?
This is from today. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I listened to a lot of news programs today. Nobody talked about
said
this
anything.
at all. Yeah. I mean, every anniversary of the Ukraine war, they bring it up, right? Like,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Appreciate you keeping this front of mind. There's so much tragedy in the world, right?
Yeah.
And
there's a lot.
A federal appeals court ruled a judge must end a criminal contempt inquiry into the Trump administration. So, inquiry into the Trump administration. I'm reading these words the first time. The Trump administration for failing to comply over what's this about? Flights with the Venezuelan migrants to El Salvador?
Yeah, so the deportation of Venezuelan migrants to CICOT in El Salvador, if you recall.
That was Nazi Bukaki, the president of El Salvador, right?
Right, yes. We talked about this on the show before, actually many times. So this case has been ongoing, and essentially the case itself is pretty much done, right? Like the Supreme Court said you got to bring this guy back. You can't do this anymore, right? And so it's kind of done. However, there was still this piece wherein the judge Boasberg, in this case, had ordered those planes not to take off, right? If you remember,
yes.
And there was some of them had apparently already taken off, but one clearly hadn't. And the administration just decided to ignore his order not to do that, right?
And this was like Blanche, right? Wasn't this
Todd Blanche? Yeah. And so the judge was like, I told you not to do this, and you clearly just defied my order. And they're like, well, you gave us a verbal order, not a written order, and all. They tried to do all kinds of bullshit, right? Yeah. And so the judge was like, he kept asking, like, well, who was the person that authorized this to happen, right? Because who defied the order? And the attorneys were like, I don't know. We don't know.
Okay.
Right. And so he was holding them in contempt and trying to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
Right. I think it pretty much ended up being Christina. Like, that was the person.
Oh, well, that's convenient. She doesn't have a job anymore.
Right.
Well, she's the shield of the Americas.
So this 3-judge panel, 2 Trump appointees from his last term, said, no, you can't hold them in contempt. This is a violation of, separation of powers.
Oh, this is a good decision for the Trump administration.
Yes. Sorry, I have to sneeze if you can.
Well, okay, he held somebody in contempt. So this is reversing the flow of how things were going, where they were being held accountable for just pretending like they don't know the answer.
He was trying to hold them accountable. It was very...
Because they obviously were just like, you're playing hardball with me? You stonewalling me.
Yeah, and it was like unclear like what he could actually do about it, especially since like the case was pretty much over.
What's the logic for saying that he can't hold them in? That sounds like contempt.
The logic is that
they legally answered him. The
executive branch of the government has exclusive rights over foreign policy, and that this was the judicial branch attempting to interfere with that.
What is that not how checks and balance work? I thought, like, what does exclusive mean?
Well, 2 Trump appointees. That's what it was. 2-1 decision.
Oh, you did bring that up earlier.
Yeah.
Oh. 2-1.
So I think this is obviously a shitty, bad decision. Although even if this didn't happen, I don't know that much would have come of this. I don't know that he could have, like, what's he going to do? He's going to fine him. He's going to put them in prison. I don't think that's likely to pass muster. So, but it is. So what we're seeing, this is like, I don't know if you consider this a constitutional crisis, but this is like the 2 branches coming up against each other and finding out that essentially
executive
the judicial branch just has no power, right? Like, even if the judicial branch says, no, you have to do this. Yeah. If the executive branch says, fuck you, then there's...
No, this is rock beats scissors, but paper doesn't do anything.
Right. There's no recourse.
Wait, hold on. Yeah. So the judges are the scissors, the president's the rock, and the Congress is paper, which makes sense, actually, right?
Oh, yeah. Yep. So...
Am I just drunk that I think that's profound?
I think that's fantastic. But I mean, all it means is, like, essentially, if this sort of thing continues to happen, then the executive branch is just we might as well have a king. I mean, this is what that is.
Well, or we could do what Hungary did and have a majority, a supermajority in the next election, which they are working towards. They are working towards that. All right, you got another one about a judge. Oh, you just did that one? Is that 7?
Yeah. Did I? No,
I did. Oh, I read 6, but barely.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do 7.
Okay.
That means I have to do 8.
A federal judge dismissed President Trump's $10 billion defamation lawsuit against the Wall Street Journal over a story about a letter it alleged Trump wrote to Jeffrey Epstein, ruling Trump failed to plausibly allege the paper acted with actual malice. So if you guys remember
the birthday message,
yeah, this is where his signature is like the pubes in the drawing.
Yeah.
So he sued the Wall Street Journal for
like what? I don't like him young. This one has pubes.
Jesus.
What?
I just thought of the old.
It wasn't me.
I know. So he sued the Wall Street Journal, which is weird because like that was his buddy's paper, right? The Wall Street Journal, isn't that?
Who's his buddy?
Isn't that Murdoch?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I think
so.
Yes. Yeah, but they're beefing.
Yeah, they're beefing now. So he sued them, and so the judge essentially said, like, you didn't. So to claim defamation, you have to say that they actually acted with malice, and nothing in this says that.
They just reported something that seemed to be factually accurate and has not been proven otherwise.
Yes, but the judge left the door open for them to refile the lawsuit. Just you have to try to actually connect some dots here. I don't think that there's dots to be connected.
There's no dots to connect. It's not like the points on his signature, though.
No, fair.
Those are some good dots.
Those are good dots.
All right.
All right.
We've been waiting to talk about this one. So, what's his first name? Oh, you're sneezing. Swalwell, the congressman from California, Eric, I think, right?
Yes, Northern California. Mm-hmm.
Eric Swalwell said that he will resign from Congress amid allegations of sexual misconduct after the House Ethics Committee opened an investigation. So a couple of things, steps in order that I wanted to talk about. So this first broke like last Thursday or last Friday. It was after we did our show.
Yeah.
And the first reports of it were, he had maybe like some groping of a staff member, things like that.
Maybe
and
there's inappropriate photos texted, things
so
like that.
There was a video of him like kissing a woman at a party. And the one thing this was noteworthy before all the other stuff came out, there's much more noteworthy, was that Martin Shkreli was the person that was filming that video of him kissing that woman. Martin Shkreli is the douchebag tech bro that went to prison for, I don't remember what, but he's also the guy that bought the Wu-Tang album.
Right.
Yeah.
And he tried to inflate the cost of that prescription drug to like astronomical
That's what it was.
prices.
That's what it was. Yeah. Fuck Martin Shkreli.
Fuck that.
They announced an ethics investigation. Eric Swalwell was, I think, considered to be one of the leaders in the governor's race for California.
Yep. Yeah, and
Newsom's term is up.
I think like Ro Khanna and a couple of other prominent California leaders had endorsed
supporting him.
Yeah.
So then it's up to, is it 2 or 3 women? Another woman came out today.
I think
and
it's 4
said
at this point.
Said that he raped them, like sexually assaulted,
drugged her, and then raped her. Yeah.
I was just gonna say Cosby-like scenarios. I'm glad that you did go in the details. It's fine. I don't like handling these words and these thoughts necessarily like that. It just makes me uncomfortable. Unless we're accusing Donald Trump since his government's backing him up. Because that's the thing is like immediately. I mean, look, there's a couple of things going on here. One, do you remember when I forget which Supreme Court, one of the
Thomas?
Supreme Court guys.
Oh, no.
Was Thomas, yeah. And so there was sexual assault
It was
claims on
Thomas,
him.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. But then there was, I think it was Neil
also
Gorsuch.
It was Gorsuch, yeah.
If it wasn't Gorsuch, it was the other man that got appointed
Toby
by Trump.
and Tommy and that one.
And he and conservatives were like, you're just going to say that one woman after another. Every time a man gets appointed for things, you're going to accuse him of rape. It's like, 1, no. 2, are you telling me there isn't another fucking judge? Because like, hey, Are you telling me there isn't another Democrat in California? Like, I don't call me crazy. I don't think Eric Swalwell needs to be like somebody that Democrats go to the fucking mat for. Right?
It was Kavanaugh we were thinking of. Just
Brett Kavanaugh. I knew it was Brett.
Yeah,
it's just Brett and Neil. Just anyway. I'm a little too far from where I want to be, especially in tone too. Right, like because. I saw people saying the same thing that conservatives always say, like, well, isn't it convenient that these women are saying this now while he's running for governor? And it's like, well, one, it's the same thing. Like maybe, so two things, maybe they hadn't realized that his career had progressed because they don't pay attention to congressmen, maybe. But also, maybe nobody listened to them until he was more important, right? Like maybe you go to the paper and say, hey, this congressman sexually assaulted me. And they're like, I don't think we can get much traction off of this. He's about to be the next governor that replaces the front runner for the Democrats as president. Like, I think that, now all of a sudden the media might care more about it. So that is more about society than it is the women.
Yes. And the reason I think often the reason that more women come out after one does is because, I saw one of the accusers in an interview today, and she was talking about, look, I had this sense of shame about this thing, like I did something wrong and all that.
Of course.
And once I saw this person come out, I was like, oh, okay, I can be brave too, and I can do that, right? Yeah, I can do the same thing. So there's that.
So that's why you see that. Yeah. He was also being investigated by DHS for hiring a Brazilian nanny. That's just one. It's not like a big number. A Brazilian nanny who overstayed her visa.
Oh, that's fun. I didn't know that one.
And nobody remembers this, but this motherfucker was honeypotted. Remember?
Yeah,
he was the one
Chinese...
that was Fang Fang, the Chinese spy.
Yes.
So we know he cheated on his wife.
Yeah.
He's been out here being a sleazeball for a long time. And his name was Swalwell. It's like, how does this not
it was weird. I was telling some people that last week, or when this stuff all started coming out, is like, I'm very disappointed, but I'm not surprised. Like this guy always kind of gave off the vibes a little bit. Like I was like, okay. Well,
first of all, he's a politician. Like
sure,
when you tell me a politician is a scumbag, I'm like, shocker. Like, that's right.
There's also the fact that this fucking dude, obviously he's acting as a man in power, like same thing, like the Weinstein effect. Like
are you going to say, but he was trying to accuse the Republicans of all their ethical?
No, actually, what I was going to say is that he was so blinded by his ambition that he had pulled this off for so many years. Like I think this goes back to like 2018 or maybe even further, right?
Okay.
That he thinks that he can run for governor and still get away scot-free. Like,
dude,
right?
Like what is wrong with you? Like, why don't I just get to a bigger spotlight? Right? Is this where I stand and make sure everybody looks into all my shit?
Fucking.
You're not governor for a day. It's like you're going to be there, and then you're going to run for re-election. Then you're going to run for president, and you just think that like your past won't follow you.
Because he thinks he got away with it. That's the whole point. He's a man in power that thinks he can get away with everything, just like Trump. But Trump actually did get away with it, unfortunately.
There was a couple of other people who had fraud. So it was weird how this all came out at once, right? So Democrats lost somebody in the House. The same day, a Republican retired from the House. Tony Gonzalez, not the Kansas City Chiefs tight end.
That's good. I was hoping it wasn't him.
Yeah. Thank God, right?
He got me some
Hall
fantasy
of Famer
points
Tony
once.
Gonzalez.
Yeah.
So Tony Gonzalez, he was the one that had a bunch of, I fucking forgot the details. He had like a really disturbing ethics investigation into him. And like nobody's talking about that.
The woman that he allegedly had an affair with committed suicide later.
That was it. Yes. Yeah. Yep. And then there was, I think in local politics, a Florida Democrat and a Florida Republican both had fraud and ethics investigations. All of this like announced all at the same time. So he did not get expelled from the House, but would he have been? He would only have been the 6th House member to ever be expelled from the House.
Jesus. Well, I did hear some people in the House saying like, if he doesn't resign and give, because there were no timelines given for either Gonzalez or Swalwell. They just said they're gonna resign or retire, whatever they said. And I heard other people in the House being like, look, motherfucker, you need to get the fuck out or we're gonna push you out, like right now.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And we'll skip the next headline because that's
we covered it. Yeah. So now you're on the even numbers.
Now I'm evens. All right. Canadian Prime Minister Carney's Liberal Party won special elections.
Fucking God.
For 3. He won special elections for 3 seats in Parliament, securing a majority government. I think so. There were 3 seats that were open for whatever
this is the
reason.
Trump effect, right?
Right. It's very funny because Carney would not even be here had Trump not been elected and attacked Canada.
Right. He was a central banker. Like everybody in Canada was like, look, we're not going to go from Trudeau to a central banker.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he wouldn't even have been there because people were leaning to the right in Canada before all this stuff happened. But also, he gave that speech, where was it, Davos, where he talked about...
He said the existing world is over. We're in a post...
Yeah. And actually, some of the people...
The old alliances are dead, and we are in a new system, and we need to accept that. And trust me, I live next door to America.
Right. Some of the parliament members who defected from... Some of the parliament members who defected from the right to the left to his party, Liberal Party, which I guess is more central right, actually cited that speech as like part of the reason they did so. So he now has a super majority, and so I guess he can get stuff done.
You know, we should try to get Simon King back on because his whole thing was, I live next door to you guys. I need to know your politics so well, which is a common Canadian statement.
We should get Simon back on.
Yeah. And we have good internet now.
I've been seeing his posts.
That was the problem, that one episode. On Instagram. It was just so bad. It was so bad that day.
He was still fantastic.
I've never been so close to quitting the show. That was just the worst, man.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
All right, number 11.
I just keep pretending that we all heard you and then have a conversation with him. I was just like, fucking hell. Okay. The Trump administration, I was like, the whole time, I was like, don't worry about it. His audio is going to show up.
It's going to come back later.
But we don't know what you said.
Right.
Like,
yeah, I know.
The Trump administration agreed to restore a pride flag. Oh, good. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be before June. So, okay. The Trump administration agreed to restore a pride flag. Whoa. That was close. That was really close.
That was really close.
That's not like Negroni.
No.
Okay. The Trump administration agreed to restore a pride flag at Stonewall National Monument in New York City, settling a lawsuit filed after they had to go to court to do it. They weren't just like, you know what? Good point. It's literally the origin of the gay pride parade, the gay pride movement as a thing. It's where the cops beat the people and raided the Stonewall Inn. Right. And this is where the drag queens marched down the street. Doing can saying, we are the women of Christopher Street.
Yeah.
We have, hair on our legs and heels on our feet, I think.
Yeah, all that happened there. And so when he did this by EO when he first came into office. And it's a national park, like a national monument, I guess, which the national park oversees. And so
he's the executive, so he gets to do that, right?
Right. And so he, by executive order decree, ordered that this be removed. There was a huge backlash. And in fact, the flag had been restored, I think, a few months ago. They'd put it back, but it wasn't officially allowed to be there. And so people sued.
But that probably had more to do with like the local people there being like, I'm not taking this down.
Right.
Than the federal government being like under Trump's directive. Yeah.
Right. So they were sued, and so they settled the lawsuit and said, okay, fine, we take it back, and they actually enshrined it like in law that they can now have that.
Well, that's the lesson, right? If things are important, you need to make sure that you get these things protected from future
it's
dictators.
now like national park policy that's supposed to be there.
Yeah, we should start doing that with like, I don't know, black soldiers in World War II and all the other shit that they fucking scrubbed from the history books.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great.
Like, how can I not call you racist when you're just like, I need to get rid of all these Medal of Honor recipients or whatever the fuck it was that they chose to do?
So many things. Insane. Like, even they erased, what was it, the president owning slaves at that museum? Like,
the one on the back of the nickel?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
All right.
Starts with an M.
NASA's Artemis 2 crew splashed down in the Pacific Ocean Friday last week, completing a 10-day lunar mission. Very cool. Their heat shield held up. Dude, did you see like the photographs that they got? Like,
I saw the video.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, of what?
The backside of the moon.
While
like
they were re-entering?
I think this is just while they were up there.
There was a video while they were going through the atmosphere, and like, you know, the heat shield was burning, and there was like the comet trail behind them.
Yes, that was cool.
That's not what you're talking about?
No, that's not what I was talking about. I was talking about when they were up there, and there was one photograph. There was a few that were really great, but there was one where it looks kind of green, and there's like the moon is like super big, like in the middle of it, and then you can see, I think, like Venus down here on the corner. Oh, wow.
Could you see Uranus?
No. It's fucking gorgeous, dude. It's I got to find it and make it my desktop background. But there was a few. They got the Earth ascending sort of photograph that they got before.
Earthrise.
Earthrise.
Yeah.
That was also really cool. But just, man, like,
I know.
Given everything else that's happening in the world, like, this was that one little bit where I'm like, maybe we're not all doomed. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we are.
I wish that it could last longer, you know?
Yeah, that's what.
And we won't have to wait so long for the next mission, because the next mission's a bit of a dud, and then the one after that's supposed to be the one.
That's the one where they land. Yeah.
And I mean, is it in the back of your mind that, like, in the back, like, and maybe it's just because we've been watching so much of For All Mankind.
Yeah.
China's just going to be like, yeah, we weren't going to tell you, but we're launching tomorrow, and we're going to be there before your next. Yeah.
Then they find lithium, and it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, 13.
For depression, right?
No, for batteries.
Oh. San Francisco police arrested a man suspected of throwing an incendiary device at OpenAI CEO Sam Altman's house and allegedly threatening to burn down OpenAI headquarters. Again, to quote someone that probably doesn't want to be associated with this forever. Well, maybe you shouldn't keep doing all these things when you live in such flammable homes. You can guess who's been saying that.
That's very good. That's very good. Yeah, so officers went to the home shortly after 4 o'clock in the morning because someone had thrown an incendiary device, setting an exterior gate alight before fleeing on foot. Now, if you ever been to any of these, like, mega mansions in, like, San Francisco or Oakland, you know they're practically fucking fortresses. There's nothing that could possibly you could do from the outside. Right. Less than an hour later, authorities were called to a business elsewhere in the city. It doesn't specify if this was OpenAI headquarters. I don't think they advertise like this is OpenAI headquarters. I know Anthropic does not. Like, they're very nondescript, and the security is crazy to get in. But authorities were called to a business elsewhere in the city where a man had reportedly threatened to burn down the building.
Burning down the house.
Officers recognized the man as the same suspect from the earlier incendiary throwing and detained him. I don't know. I just left that in because it's funny. I mean, Altman's been in the news a lot this week because the New Yorker had a huge piece about him.
Who did?
The New Yorker. But so those two journalists, it's like Ronan Farrow and I can't remember the other guy's name, have been on like 5 podcast feeds that I listened to. I only listened to one because like I already heard this, but
when's the last time you listened to Ezra's podcast?
Today. Yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Has it been? Okay. I've been skipping it. I've just been like, I don't know. It doesn't feel like you were talking about something else. Go ahead.
Yeah, so they had a huge piece in the New Yorker about Altman. We've talked about this on the show before, like the whole thing where he got fired for a few days and then came back and was a CEO again, and there were all these accusations about how he would just tell people what they wanted to hear and completely say conflicting things to different people, and people got fed up with it at higher echelons in the company, and that's why he was fired. But then they were like, oh no, we didn't want you to fire him, just make him correct his behavior because he's going to make us a shit ton of money. And so then they brought him back and he got to control the board. So that's been going around a lot. So I think he's become, I mean, for like my media bubble, he's been pretty massive over the last week. Maybe not everybody's, but you were asking about the Ezra Klein show. His most recent one actually is pretty good. It is about the Israeli state essentially being a one-state solution There was those guys, the guys that wrote like the Today is Tomorrow or something like that. I think that was,
tomorrow. Yeah.
Yesterday is,
everybody keeps recommending it. I bought the book and I just don't. I can't bring myself to listen to it. Like.
So it wasn't those guys. It was two different people. But essentially,
what the fuck?
He talks. No, but it's the same. No. I'm saying so. I was saying
the
that
history of Palestine is what
the ideas that they talk about in that book are rehashed in this most recent show.
Okay.
And it's like essentially the two-state solution was always a mirage. You basically what you have here is an apartheid state, and like there are citizens of Israel and there are second-class citizens that are occupied and under the rule and control of this single state that are treated completely differently.
What do you say to people that bring up Palestinians within Israel, though?
They're still not equal.
I don't. That's just not true. I mean that part's not true.
No, that is true. They're not treated
Palestinians within Israel.
They don't have the same full rights as Jewish citizens of Israel.
I guess I don't know anything. That's not what I understood that to be.
Okay. Certainly they have more rights than people in, say, the Gaza Strip or the West Bank.
Two things are going on. One, I don't want to argue with you about that, but my understanding is that that's not true. But maybe I've been fed a bunch of propaganda.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Palestinians that are, of Palestinian descent that are Israeli citizens, is what I'm saying, are treated the same. Now, I'm sure Ben Gvir would like to see that changed, and maybe I'm wrong. Like, I mean, I don't know.
Ben Gvir was actually in court today, or people
Really?
About Ben Gvir. Yeah, they're suing to say that he's misusing his power as the head of the police of Israel.
No, that doesn't sound like him.
Right?
Ben Gvir, the militant Zionist Ben Gvir?
I know, weird, right?
Ben Gvir,
weird, right? So I think you could parse hairs about whether...
He's the one that used to be the terrorist, right?
Right, yeah. I think you could parse hairs about whether Palestinians who are Israeli citizens have the same rights as the rest of the Israeli citizens. But I think generally speaking, they're not well represented in government, and they are harassed, and they're not considered the same equal social status. So maybe it's not like institutionalized, but it's almost, I wouldn't say Jim Crow, but it's somewhere there,
I mean, I tend to believe that. I don't, because I've been told differently and I've internalized that thought. But if I hadn't been told that, I would not have believed that. I don't know. How does that not sound stupid? I guess I'm stupid. It's okay. I can be stupid. I'm stupid a lot.
Okay. All right. I think it's mine. Is it 14? I'm even now, right? The consumer price index rose 3.3% in March from a year earlier, up from 2.4% in February, but in line with expectations. The jump was driven primarily by rising fuel costs and led to the highest CPI figure in nearly 2 years. So this is primarily pushed by energy costs, 10.9% surge in energy costs. Obviously, we knew that.
Fuck.
Yeah, and that's only going to get worse. Both numbers were in line with the Dow Jones consensus. The annual rate was the highest since April 2024 and up from 2.4% in February. In other news, the S&P hit a new record high today of 7,000 points. So I'm sure if Pam Bondi is called before another Congress, she can just say that, have you seen the S&P at 7,000?
Wow, that's a great number, Alan. Another news that related to this I saw today was that inflation would have been below pandemic levels if it weren't for the tariffs, Trump's tariffs.
Man, I 100%.
He's actually really fortunate. Could you imagine if we had the tariffs right now and all this bullshit?
No, I 100% believe that. I was at the gas station last week and there were two dudes. Did I already tell you this story?
I don't know. I get drunk on the podcast.
There were two dudes.
I have to ask Natasha if we talked about things. I'm like, hey,
filling up behind me, and they were wearing like Trump 2028 hats.
No.
And I was like, yeah. And I was like, do you see the gas? Like, what the fuck?
Like, you're here.
In
you're
these
at
gas
the pump.
prices? Like,
you're wearing a Trump hat to the gas station.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, what
does that tell you?
That's TDS, like real TDS is what that is.
It is.
Yeah. All right. 15 is you.
I'm writing down Trump at the gas station. I have to write this down or I don't remember what to make clips of. TDS. I apologize for saying that on the show, though. 15?
Yes.
President 11 and Taiwan's proposition. Nope.
Proposition?
Okay. Don't laugh at me, Alan. You don't make fun of people with disabilities. Chinese President Xi and Taiwan's, now there's an important word in this headline, opposition. Taiwan's opposition leader,
Right.
Chang Lei-Woon, met in Beijing. What's up, Beijing? Today for the very first cross-strait meeting in nearly 10 years. So he's the leader of the KMT, right?
Yes.
Okay. So opposition leader. This would be like Trump meeting, I don't know, hypothetically, Putin, right?
Right. Or maybe now Orban in Hungary, because now he'd be the opposition.
Yeah. So really not surprising, other than the fact that what's surprising here is like you would think that this person would have the good sense of not undermining their country so much. But they see things differently. I mean, this is Chinese, that China wants this party to take control. That way it will make it easier for them for, reunification.
Yeah, well, the KMT is not like pro complete reunification. However, they are certainly more China friendly, and they're definitely willing to lean into China. Although,
which is why they haven't talked for 10 years, but it is also why they're talking now.
Right. But I think how can you look at Hong Kong and what happened there and not think like if you're going to do that, the same thing's not going to happen to you.
Right. It took 20 years for Hong Kong to happen. Right.
But I mean, that was
to then.
But that was
so like you do it. It's a slow process, but China doesn't care. They're fine with that.
And then you're fucked. And so like if KMT wants to say that, no, we want closer ties, but we don't want to be, one China.
How can you say that when you see the example
when you know
of what happened in Taiwan?
Yes, exactly.
That's the take on that. Yeah.
Treasury Secretary Besant and Fed Chair Powell.
Besant of Vermouth, the Strait of Vermouth.
Yes. Reportedly met with major U.S. bank CEOs on Tuesday to discuss potential cybersecurity risks tied to Anthropic's Mythos AI model. I found this pretty interesting. We talked about Mythos on last week's show. A lot of my tech podcasts are still talking about it. But so apparently these guys were already in DC, like they were already there for some other conference or something. Except for Jamie Dimon. For some reason, Dimon did not attend this.
Did you listen to the episode of the NPR's interview podcast with Jamie Dimon?
No, I did not.
It was last week. It was good. It's honestly everything you'd expect. He's a little bit hostile with them, but he's just a cunt,
He's a bright cunt, though. He's very
yeah.
The surprise meeting between the bank chiefs and the two most powerful federal monetary regulators was a signal that the advanced capabilities of AI are a top concern in the Trump administration and could threaten the foundation of the U.S. financial system. I mean, man, this Mythos thing is still kind of blows my mind, and the potential for what it could mean. And there's like some people saying like, oh well, we could just fix everything because it'll point out all the flaws. But the thing is that all the work to do all that is incredible, even with AI, and the things it could break, like especially like a lot of our old architecture. The software it's built on has just been there for like 20 years and it's just reliable and it does its thing. But the potential exploits that have, like, it discovered an exploit like for 27 years this thing's been online. It just found it. Like nobody else had found it before, right?
I mean, and this isn't like government websites, which is its own known thing.
No, we're talking
right?
like
that was
fucking,
like what.
We're talking about like fucking ATM machines. We're talking about like the infrastructure that holds everything else together, right? Like very basic, low level shit that we're just used to working, right?
Right.
And shit built on fucking like Unix and shit. Like it's just like
that's from Jurassic Park,
dude. There was an example I saw last week where it wasn't even this one. It was the regular Claude. They gave it like a piece of binary code, which usually you would have to like compile. And then like you could use black ice to decompile and figure out what it was. And it just like knew what it was. Like just with
black ice?
Black ice. Black ice is a decompiler you could use to like take apart a program. It just
I thought it was the road that it'll cross over on you.
also that. It just knew like what the binary was, which is fucking incredible.
I don't know what that means.
Like, so you just gave it the string of numbers and it was like, oh, that means this. That's what that's doing.
Oh.
And like no human could do that. Like that.
Oh. Is this like looking at the Matrix and reading it?
Kind of, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's just say that.
Yeah. Yeah. Wild, dude. We're in very strange times.
So this isn't good. So the consequences will never be the same, first of all.
Right.
But the consequences of this are that, you know how people can kind of like short circuit our ability to behave rationally by saying like logical fallacies that get people hyped and riled up.
Yeah.
And then it takes us more effort
to get past
to diffuse that than it costs them to send out the negative.
Yeah.
This is a version of that, right? Where there's like this is going to find so many things and it takes so much effort to fix it. And it's just it sounds like this is how like modern society can unravel.
Yeah. And you have to imagine
like Fight Club final scene shit. Like,
and you have to imagine, yes. And you have to imagine that like AI labs in China and other places are getting close to this sort of place as well. Like there's an op-ed in the New York Times this week saying that he just came back from China and he thinks that their AI is going to be way better than ours.
Tired. Oh.
their AI is going to be way more advanced than ours.
Good thing we decided to sell them those chips.
One other thing, Jerome Powell was at this meeting with Besant. Jerome Powell is like persona non grata with this administration, right? Like he's trying to fire that motherfucker. So
he also said he'd stick around while they, if they have trouble confirming the next.
But like, so it's that level of meeting where you have all these high level
people that hate each other are like willing to get past that because they're that afraid of this new Claude code.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I just for myself? I'm going to take a big stretch here. Mm-hmm. I made sure that we had to talk about that at the last minute on last week's show.
Otherwise, you did. You did.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy.
All right. In other news
for us,
jury finds Live Nation Ticketmaster a monopoly. Fuck Live Nation and Ticketmaster.
Jack White is doing a show at a new venue in Nashville in October. The venue's not even finished being built yet, and I was like, "Where is this?" And I looked at it on the map. I'm like, that's literally at the Live Nation headquarters. They've been building this like amphitheater within their fucking headquarters. It's like bullshit. I'm not. And then we looked at it and like, we had better seats at the last show, and he doesn't have a new album. It's like, I don't like. It won't be as good. It'll be frustrating, and I just don't want to. And like, it won't change my opinion of him, but it bothers me that he's out there.
Yeah, I get it.
And plus, I'm going to be at the Johnny Blue Skies show a week before that. But
nice.
And now if you break down what the refund's going to be to everybody who has a claim as a part of this, who might be able to go get a hot dog at Costco, right?
Right. Yeah. But I mean, anybody who's been a concert goer like you and me for the last, 30 years or whatever, it was always just like you would see the ticket price and it'd be like $35 and you go to check out and it'd be like 57 or something by the time you did it, right? And Live Nation did that by like limiting the venue's ability to use different ticket resellers or ticket sellers, and creating a monopoly on venues, right? We all got fucked by it, and I'm upset too, Zoya. And I don't know. I mean, we've had other rulings in similar. There's a lot of cases about this from different states.
I feel like we just had one.
Yeah, we just had one like a week or two ago. So I mean, it's something, but man, we're never going to get that back.
I will say, I feel like checking out for concert tickets has been better in the last year or so. Like I felt better about it. I haven't been like, I haven't been to like a real major venue. I've been to small venues, which I think the price was the price that I saw when I was looking at the seat whenever I've checked out. But I feel like that was a Biden thing where they forced them to like bake the fees into
the price. Yeah.
I know, Zoya.
I know. It's
throw her a cheese dick.
It's very upsetting. I'm gonna
throw her a cheese dick.
All right,
not a whole one, just the head.
Senate rejects war powers resolution. So
I love this. I fucking love this. So we're coming up on 60 days into this war, and when it started, we were like, hey, after 60 days, they can't continue this without
congressional authority. Yeah.
Congressional authority. So Democrats are like, hey, your guys are coming up on that 60 days soon. Let's force a vote on this. I'm surely this thing that is
don't call me
not
Shirley.
Popular. Yeah. Surely this thing that has been unpopular amongst all your constituents, and surely with the midterms coming up in 7 months, you wouldn't want to give the authority to this administration to keep doing this. And the Democrats forced a vote on it, and it was passed 51-47 to continue to keep the power with the administration to go to war. And I love it. Like, these idiots, like they put their fucking name on it. Yeah.
Yep.
And they deserve it.
Absolutely. I mean,
the problem is only 1/3 of them are going to be up for re-election this year.
The crazy thing is that, like, the whole 60 days thing is supposed to be if there's like an emergency, the president has to respond to, which this is not.
Nothing changed with Iran.
Nothing. This
there
was
no
a war
status
choice.
Change.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. I put this one in here. This is from Wired, which I found really interesting. Government workers say they're getting inundated with religion. There's like, okay, I'll a couple quotes.
What a surprise! This administration?
Yeah, right. On Easter Sunday,
with the Dr. Jesus MD.
Right. On Easter Sunday, U.S. Department of Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins sent out an email entitled "He has risen!" to the entire agency. In the email, Rollins calls the story of Jesus Christ the greatest story ever told, the foundation of our faith, and the abiding hope of all mankind. And this is just a reply all. This is
all those words are true if you're a Christian, but this is not something that the director of a department of the government should be sending.
Oh, it gets better. The head of the DOL is having like prayer days or prayer observances like once a month and asking people to show up. And they're saying that, well, you can attempt to proselytize your coworkers as long as it doesn't cross the line into harassment. It's okay. Let's see. Department of Health and Human Services.
I swear we wrote this down that you're not supposed to do this.
I thought we did. I thought they did, actually. The Small Business Administration, the Department of Labor, federal employees have been alarmed to watch Christianity's creep in the government since President Trump took office. He signed an executive order.
Christianity's creep?
Yeah. He signed an executive order on February 7th of last year establishing the official White House faith office. Did you know this? I didn't know this. As well as faith offices across.
Isn't that the guy that he pardoned? I'm sure that guy that he pardoned that raped that girl.
You know what? It might be. Yeah,
like a 6-month sentence or
something. Now
there
are faith offices across government agencies, and like I said, they're having like prayer days.
Now I'm sure there's a variety of types of faith.
No. There's no like rugs pointing towards Mecca or any of that. It's just straight up. Yeah. No.
Wow.
Yeah, just as you said, I thought we passed a law, or we wrote that down. Apparently not. You put this one in here. Richard Feynman, physicist and visionary, in 1959 said there's enough...
I sent this to you because anytime I see something about Feynman, it makes me think of you, because I didn't know who he was until you gave me six... Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know who that is. Yeah, you're like, you don't know, you did know that, we were just drunk.
The
reason you gave me the book, we were like... You're like, here, you can have, like, well, I don't know. Do I still have that back there?
No, I have it.
Give it back to you. Oh, you gave it back to you?
Yeah, I think it's right.
Oh, okay. Man, I kept that for a real long time, though. I read that at the base of Half Dome. That looks familiar. That's why it's all creased up. Because it was in my climbing backpack. Yeah, I was reading that right before I climbed Half Dome.
That's very cool. I knew that part. Yeah. So he said in 1959, there's enough space on the head of a pin to fit the entire Encyclopedia Britannica. And he actually put up like a $1,000 bounty to the first person who could take the information on the entire page of a book and put it into a very like small space, like microscopic. And also the first person who could create a motor that could fit inside a cube 1/64 of an inch on each side. The motor challenge was claimed in 1960.
Whoa!
1 year later. By a guy named William McClellan, who built it with the help of a microscope, a watchmaker's lathe, and a toothpick for handling parts. And then the writing challenge, that didn't get claimed until 1985 by Tom Newman.
What was the one?
The writing challenge. So that was to get a page of information.
Oh, a page, but not the entire book. So that's the newest one, is the entire...
Yeah, on that very small space. This guy was from Stanford. He used electron beam lithography, which is kind of like how they make chips today. Basically writing with a focus beam of electrons to shrink a book page to a square about 0.00023 inches on each side that could be read under an electron microscope, which is
crazy.
Crazy. They just came out, I think it was Google that just figured out how to store data in a crystal, and they could store like the whole internet like on this crystal. But it's not very functional, and they're like, we just proved. No, they're like, we just proved you could do it, and we're not going to do anything else with it. But if people want to run with this, go ahead.
Yeah.
Because the way you have to read it is very, very expensive, right?
Yeah.
And even the writing of it is very expensive. But there's a thing where like there's so much data being created every year now that like storage is a problem. Like,
yes.
I mean, just think
so
about
we can do the crystals, then they can resolve that.
Right.
I see.
Just think about the data we create as a podcast every year. Like all the video, the audio we're posting everywhere. Like it's a lot.
Each one of these videos is like multiple gigs. Like, bigger than my hard drive on my first computer.
Right.
That I thought was so big I'd never have to get upgrade.
You know, I think I read something today. I think the Voyager, the Voyager, the Star Trek Voyager, I think that probe still only had like 64 kilobytes of memory.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Your phone has like orders of magnitude more than that.
What's the name of that book again? Is it 7 or 6 Easy Pieces?
6.
Is it Easy Pieces or Easy Steps?
Easy Pieces.
6 Easy Pieces?
6 Easy Pieces.
That's available on Audible. I recommend anybody to get it. It's the original lecture recordings. There's a couple of recordings that are not pristine, and it's still worth it because you get to hear him talk, and he sounds like Yogi Bear.
Yes. I think they're on YouTube as well. I think you can find.
I was just going to say, I believe it's
Yeah.
free on Audible. So if you have an Audible account, you shouldn't have to pay for it. And for the same reason it's free on Audible, it should be available on YouTube.
Yep. Yeah.
Go check that out. I recommend anybody to check that out. Just him talking about the double split experiment is just, yeah. Like these are things you probably already know, but hearing him talk about it to like physics students in
1950s.
Yeah.
Very cool.
You're listening to history. Like that is,
yes.
There's a value to hearing the historical aspect of it,
Absolutely.
not just the
Absolutely.
physics. I told you not to open this one until the show.
Right. So I am just opening it now.
I wish that we didn't have other things to do in the podcast. This is kind of the way to end the show.
Okay.
This is my favorite headline of the week because everything else has been so goddamn depressing.
Terrible.
Yes.
All right. Headline.
So read the headline out loud.
Exclusive. Kristen tips out as head of embattled Texas Funeral Commission.
So already you could tell there's some fun with tips out, right?
Right.
So
Tips is her last name.
I'm gonna ask you to put a finger in that. Yes, that is her last name. Yes.
Okay.
So Kristen Tips is out as what?
The head of the embattled Texas Funeral Commission.
Embattled is a weird word around Texas Funeral
That
Commission.
is a weird
Like, what is
adjective.
going on with the Texas Funeral Commission? Just go ahead and keep reading through this until you get to the paragraph. I don't have it open, so you just have some fun out loud with the audience.
Okay. So she's a longtime presiding officer of the Texas Funeral Service.
Don't worry. You're not going to have to get far into this, okay? It's like the third or fourth paragraph.
Governor Abbott appreciates her service. An announcement of a replacement will be made. He did not respond to questions immediately. How the agency charged
Governor Abbott, Old Ironsides.
Right. With death. How the agency charged with regulating death fell apart. Tips, who has run San Antonio's prestigious Mission Park funeral chapels, cemeteries, and crematories with her husband, Dick.
Yep. Sorry, Alan. Come on.
Dick
So
Tips.
she ran a funeral home before she got the job of regulating funeral homes
With her husband, Dick Tips.
What's her husband's name, Alan?
Dick Tips was appointed by the board by the governor in 2017.
Okay. I don't care about the rest of this. Who the fuck cares? Go read about Texas politics. This is where we're going to have fun. I want you to guess what Dick Tips' government name is.
Oh. Well, it's obviously Richard Tips, right?
One would think, right?
Yeah.
This is Dick Tips by choice.
Oh, Dick Tips by choice? Okay.
Robert. Hey,
Robert?
Isn't that Mima's name?
Yes, it is.
Well, I don't know about coincidence there.
Wow. Robert Tips calls himself Dick Tips.
Yeah.
That's a choice.
Weird.
That's an interesting choice.
Yeah. I don't care about the rest of that story. This is funny.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah.
All right. Should we get into media diet?
Dick Tips. There are recorded depositions or there was a civil trial, so you can see him on the stand, and he has like a very soothing Southern drawl, which would be great for a funeral home, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
It wasn't radio worthy, so I didn't put it in the show. I apologize. Go ahead.
media diet. I am just plowing through For All Mankind. I am almost done with season 2. Man, it's just I don't know what else other things to say about it.
Does season 2 get depressing, or is it just the way it ends? Okay,
no, it's depressing.
That was around the time that, like, it wasn't when Ukraine happened, but it was like while Ukraine was happening. It was like the first year of the war, and I just remember being like, well, this is depressing me because it's like U.S.-Russian relations, you know?
Yeah, but it's also...
And
it's
now
like,
that's sort of...
It's U.S.-Russian relations. It's also like... There's also personal relations that are breaking down as well in season 2, which are also depressing.
So I'm not going to spoil anything other than, because I'm on record saying that show is not spoilable, but I'm not going to spoil anything. That never really goes away. It gets better, it gets worse, it ebbs and flows. But now in our modern environment, I've just come to terms with us and Russia being depicted that way. So it's just kind of like a little bit more palatable to watch the show.
Okay.
But yeah, we're only like halfway through season 3 because we do so much fucking podcasting. I barely get any time to watch movies and TV shows. And then I've been on call all the time. So
yeah, I get it.
But I get to buy my AK with all that podcasting money, Alan.
Nice.
If anybody has a lead on a Wazir 10, that's what I'm looking for, especially like a side or an underfolder. That's kind of what I want.
When we go to
Kentucky, we shop for guns?
No, well, that too. But after the next day when we're heading back, we're going to meet up with my brother.
Oh, maybe he'll bring a Wazir 10 down. Let him know I'm looking for it.
He's definitely purchased some firearms that are not legal in most states. So
Wazir 10 is legal in all states, or at least not in California.
He might know a guy, is all I'm saying.
Well, can you reach out to him? I'll text you what I'm looking for.
Okay, sure.
All right. Because I've bought guns in Michigan before in a parking lot, and we didn't tell anybody. So
he likes to go to Idaho, I think, for his, but you know.
Well, where's Ruby Ridge? Wasn't that Idaho?
I don't know.
I think it was. Pretty sure it was. You know, there's a funny story about the sniper from Ruby Ridge was relevant to the story, to the case that leads to qualitative immunity. Oh boy.
Oh, for police?
Yeah, and the sniper from Ruby Ridge.
Oh, I do know this.
There's like a straight line between the sniper at Ruby Ridge and the sniper at Waco. Can I prepare myself and do this on a later show?
Yes, I do know this. Okay. Lawfare has actually talked about this.
What?
Yeah, they have. Oh, yeah,
that's not where I learned it.
Yeah, one of their former FBI guys that now is on Lawfare has discussed this recently. Actually,
really?
I remember. Yeah.
Oh, was it on like Rat Sex or whatever that show is?
I don't know if it was that, but it was like about like qualified immunity because of like what had happened with Peretti and what was going on in Minnesota. Yeah.
Hold on. I have this as a note in here because I have like a half a note ready for someday talking about this on the show. But yeah, I'm not. Let me see.
That's the only time I think it's ever really been like through
the sniper. Here's my note. The sniper who shot Randy Weaver's wife claimed immunity was granted and then was taken on. It was taken on bonk. Yeah, this is. I just have a bunch of notes. This is just like a stream of consciousness. So, I know about this from that book that I was reading about like the history of the right in the 90s. And a podcast called The Prosecutors that my wife likes me to listen to, where they started talking. Juan Ariuchi, I think is his name. That was the sniper. It was the same sniper from Ruby Ridge and Waco as Juan Ariuchi.
That's so weird.
Christy Yamaguchi.
No, that's Ice Skater.
Oh, I get them confused.
I can see why.
I watched some shows. I watched one show. I watched a movie I want to talk about.
Do tell.
You have access to Apple the movies, Apple.
I do.
TV. Okay.
Yes.
There's a movie on there called Outcome. I almost said that differently. There's a movie on there called Outcome, and it would have been a spoiler. I guess it was. So this is a movie. There's a movie out right now. Maybe you've heard of it with Keanu Reeves in it.
Yeah.
And it's brand new. He's playing. It's not the one with Aziz Ansari. This is Keanu Reeves is basically playing like the nicest guy in Hollywood, which is Keanu Reeves, right? Like everybody talks about like Keanu himself. Reeves. Yeah. Yes, yeah. And he's obsessed with constantly going online and Googling his name and making sure that he has like an immaculate image.
Okay.
There is somebody who is threatening to release some kind of a incriminating tape, but we don't know what it is. So it's essentially at its core a whodunit about the real life of Keanu Reeves being blackmailed, but the whodunit is for us to figure out who and even what it was. I think, honestly, I felt annoyed watching it, and Natasha's right. Her take on it is it would have been a better movie if the person who plays his lawyer wasn't the actor who played his lawyer. It's not an uplifting movie, but it's not a depressing movie. It's a fine movie. It doesn't make you feel bad, but it's not like,
and this is Keanu Reeves is in the movie. He's playing.
Yes, it's Keanu Reeves playing
a Keanu Reeves character.
Yeah, his name's like Ash Hawk, I think is his name.
Okay.
Or Hawk Ash. I don't know, fake name, right?
Dumb name.
And,
okay.
Yeah, and you're going to see his lawyer, and you're going to be like, who the fuck is that? And it's going to bug you.
Okay.
And it's, who's the kid
Bob
from Superbad
Odenkirk.
with the curly hair?
Oh.
Who is in Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Jonah
Hill.
Jonah Hill, yes.
He doesn't look at all like Jonah Hill. He's skinny.
He's lost a lot of
old,
weight. Yeah.
And he's old, and he has a gray beard.
Wow.
And he's like an obnoxious LA lawyer agent type guy. And he's just so fucking obnoxious, which is the point of the character, that he makes the movie unlikable, in my opinion. So I can't quite recommend it. It's not bad that I'd say like, hey, don't watch this, right? Like if you're kind of interested in seeing that because Keanu Reeves is in the movie, it's a cool whodunit.
I think I saw trailers for this like a while back, and I think
and you were like,
interested.
oh, when that comes out, I kind of want to see that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, if you felt that way, I would still say watch it,
Okay.
but know that you're going to hate this character, and this character is going to bring down the movie a little bit. Okay, so like it brings it from what could have been like a 7 out of 10 to like a 5.5 or a 6. So it's still fine.
Just from Jonah Hill.
Just from Jonah Hill. I mean, he's just so obnoxious. And if that doesn't bother you, you'll probably still like it.
Okay. All right,
David
all right.
Spade's in it. He plays David Spade, you know. Hey, look
Whistling
at me, I'm
Kitty
banging a
Cats?
20-year-old. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Scumbag. Like, yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll check it out.
Jeff made a quiz for us.
Oh, okay. Jeff of JeffHancockPhotography.com.
Yes.
Okay,
My name is
all right.
Jeff. Made a quiz for us. Wow, this is really well done. Holy shit. Is this
Good production values, huh?
Look at this.
Okay. I'm looking. Oh,
Okay,
wow.
So
okay.
Yeah, right?
This
okay,
is-
so we were supposed to debut this with Bob Seska last week. And
no.
we just had too much good time talking. We didn't have time for this. I forgot. I'm an asshole. I suck. So he texted me right before the show. He's like, hey, did you remember? I was like, I actually did. Thank you.
Nice.
I was a little short with him because I was, it was last minute before the show, but I was like, yes, I got it. So the premise is some words read as threats. Some threats read as policy. Can you tell the difference? Or does it even matter? They're anonymized quotes. See, I nailed anonymized. That's pretty impressive despite
that's very
all
good.
the
This late in the
mugs
show.
full of whiskey.
Yeah.
These are anonymized quotes from Iranian leaders, Trump, and Bebe Netanyahu. You said this on the last show. You said, do you remember what you called Bibi?
Netanyahu.
You almost said Netanyahu. But now I did. So I got myself
Nice.
stepped in the bear trap. Okay, so you have to guess whether these quotes are Iranian leaders, Donald Trump, or Bebe. The answers are hidden until you click, so we can watch. We can guess together on the air.
All right.
So here's the first one. You ready, sir?
I am ready.
We are going to destroy their missiles. We're going to annihilate their navy. This regime will soon learn that no one should challenge the strength and might of.
Okay.
It says our forces, but I think that's bracketed to cover up.
It's probably a country. Yeah. Okay, so it's either an Iranian leader, Donald Trump, or Benjamin.
Keywords have been redacted to keep things interesting.
Yeah, I understand. Okay.
This is really good production quality.
This is very good. All right, so it's either Trump or
Shit.
Who? I think that was Trump.
I think it is Trump, but I'm gonna, for fun, say Benjamin Netanyahu. So I'm gonna go Trump for you. Okay.
Okay. All right.
You got it. Good job.
Nice.
You got it.
Okay.
Great job.
All right.
February 28th, 2026, language of annihilation. Yeah. Okay. All right. The enemy Must be wiped off the map. We cannot compromise. I'm going to go with Iran.
I'm going to say that's Yatnu.
Yatnu? Okay, so we go with Yatnu. Oh, we're tied. I got
Oh, shit.
Iran.
Okay, it was Iran. Okay, all right.
This is Mahmoud. I'm a dinner jacket at the
that was a
World
while
Without
ago.
Yeah, well, he is... Oh, yeah, this was the quote that got everybody mad in 2005, where he said Israel should be wiped off the map. This was while he was...
He was considered to be like a progressive leader as well, I think, right? Wasn't he?
Not from what I remember.
For what counts as that there?
Yeah, I suppose.
I think he was considered somebody that the U.S.
Well, this
could work
statement
with.
definitely got him perceived differently. Globally.
Right.
I mean, this was the big one.
Okay.
He's dead now. He died on the first wave of the attacks.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
died, yeah. So I don't get to say I'm a dinner jacket very often anymore. So let me set in that, right? Okay. We are unstoppable. I'm invincible. We are unstoppable. We will hunt you down and we will kill you. Oh, that's BB, right?
I'm thinking that's BB.
We are unstoppable. We will hunt you down and we will kill you. Let's go to the BB. Oh, fuck. That's Donald Trump.
Well, all right.
Well, we're both down at 0.
We're 1 and 2. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it will happen. Death to blank will happen.
Death to blank.
I'm going to go with Iran. I'm going to say Iran said that, but it's you. Your
Yes,
turn.
it will happen. Death to blank will happen. Sounds very familiar. I'm gonna go with BB again. I don't know.
You go with BB? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I got that one.
God damn it.
I got 1 point up on you.
Okay. All right.
All right. The enemy is a very wicked, radical dictatorship. This fanatical regime has threatened us for 47 years. Trump.
That's
wicked.
Trump.
The wicked part, I think.
That's Trump.
Okay, let's go with Trump. Hey, look at us. We both got points.
Yep, that's Trump. Yeah.
All right. I'm still up by 1. That's from April. April? Remember when Rob Spivak would say April like that?
Yes.
The enemy is a rotten, dried tree that will be eliminated by one storm. That's either BB or Iran.
I think that's Iran. But it could be either way.
I'm going to go with BB to be different.
Okay.
Oh, you got it. Now we're tied.
Now we're tied. Okay.
You know, the smart wager was to be next, to just take the same vote as you, as always be 1 up. All right.
But that's no fun.
I know. That's good radio. Right? Whoever acted to destroy us was... Now, is that us or the U.S.? Did he screw up? Whoever acted to destroy us was destroyed. Justice has been served.
That's Netanyahu.
Yeah, I'm going Netanyahu also. Look at us. Great job. But that was Katz.
Oh.
That wasn't Netanyahu. Speaking for the Netanyahu government.
Okay.
After the killing of Supreme Leader Khamenei. They are a force of evil and instability. For nearly 5 decades, they have proven this in no uncertain terms. That sounds like BB. No
I
uncertain
think it's
terms
Trump.
sounds like BB. You go with Trump?
Yeah.
Fuck. Now you're leading. God willing and the creek don't rise. No, okay. God willing, we shall soon experience a world without the enemy.
Oh.
God willing.
I think that's Iran.
But would they say God willing or would they say, Allah?
Well, maybe.
Fuck, you are really doing well. That's a dinner jacket again, back in 2006.
Yeah, that's old, yeah.
Well, I don't think I can catch up at this point, but here's the last clue.
Okay.
Saying death to the enemy is easy. We need to express it with action.
That might be Iran again.
It does feel like Iran.
Yeah, I think that's Iran again.
Wow, great job, Al. You got 7 out of 10.
Hell yeah.
Didn't feel that way early on.
No,
You
it
only
did
got 3
not.
wrong.
It was I was a little touch and go to begin with. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Well, great
Thanks,
job.
Jeff.
Yeah, please do this again, Jeff. That was a lot of fun.
That was fantastic.
He's even got a little thing here. Strong. You are attuned to rhetorical fingerprints, though they're getting harder to distinguish. Well, really well done.
Very well done.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
10 out of
Recommend.
10. Well, I didn't prepare a joke to end the show. Oops. Do I have anything? No, I don't think I do. I have this thing about how I want to get long sandwiches when I'm at Burger King in France. Do you think they have long sandwiches there?
Long sandwiches?
Whatever happened to remember you used to get the surfboard sandwiches?
Oh!
Whatever happened to the surfboard chickens at Burger King?
I don't. I haven't been to Burger King in a very long time. I don't know if they still
we
exist
can't
or
have
not.
those anymore. That's probably what it is. All right, guys, I'm all out of jokes. It's been we've done a lot of podcasts. If it doesn't feel like a lot, it's because you're not in the Patreon. Join the Patreon. If you'd like to support this fine program, head on over to nonetaken.horse. And we'll be back next week with some more dumb bullshit.
This concludes
Hell
our
yeah.
podcast day.
Have fun storming the castle.
Jeeves, bring me the battery acid.
It's not for women.
When a guy's banging you,
Y'all let me in his damn house.
oh, how about that?
Come in the name of peace.
LMFAO.
So what in the world is this?
Trump's pee-pee.
Why would you say something that stupid?
I come without explanations or solutions.
I'm a very sexy lady.
Cat turd.
I will not suffer this harlot.
How great! An anti-American Marxist!
Ted Cruz, go fuck yourself.
Read the news.
China is asshole.
God bless the United States.
Bye-bye.
Podcasting. I'm not going to stop laughing at that. Fuck. Like, I'm all set to be like MAGA Linda Est, and then that happens. Right,
I still don't
safe.
expect it.
I know.
All right. Cheers. That was
see
fun.
you in a couple of days.